There are a few pillars of the Facebook ecosystem, and one is newsfeed, right? It's you show up and you could just see all the stuff that is important that's happening recently with your friends. Another pillar has been timeline, right? Each person can share whatever they want with whomever they want on Facebook, and your timeline is your place where you can curate everything that you want to show up about you, and it's just everything about